Hey everyone. In this video, I want to talk to you about how to not worry about when people misjudge you. You see, when you get down to it, it's pretty much inevitable that you're going to get misjudged throughout your life by people who probably don't know you all that well. And it can even happen with people who know you well. And it all stems back to the fact that nobody other than yourself can ever truly get to know you. What I mean by this is they can get to know you up to a certain point. They can pretty much get to know your history, like the things that you've done, the places you've been, that sort of thing. But they can never truly know what goes on up here. They can never truly know how you think, how you see the world, and how you analyze everything that you see. They can't ever truly know that because they don't have a place in your head, and they can't access it. And that's just a fact of life. People will never be able to truly know you, and that's okay. I mean, we all have that problem with everyone else as well, right? You can never truly know other people either. But obviously you can help ease this by speaking your truth and telling people what's on your mind in the moment so that they can start to get an idea of how you think. But the reason I'm explaining all this is because this ties into why you're going to get misjudged in life. Because it takes a lot of time and effort to get to know someone better and to get to a point where you're far less likely to misjudge them. But 99% of people that you encounter in your life and that you may get to know aren't going to be able to do this with you. They're not going to have the time to get to know you, and they may not want to. So inevitably you're going to get misjudged by people. So how do you deal with this? How do you get to a point where it doesn't affect you? Well, the main thing here is you want to practice not caring about people's opinions of you in the first place. So that means you want to not care about both the good and the bad. Now, not caring about the good is a whole lot harder than not caring about the bad, but if you really want to get to a point where you're liberated from other people's opinions of you, you both have to kind of reject praise as well as criticism. You can't really reject criticism and then love praise at the same time, because that's inevitably going to open the door for you to then care about the criticism you receive as well. So to practice this, it comes down to just respecting your own opinion of yourself more than the opinions other people have of you. And to practice that, you can do an exercise where you find a quiet place and you just sit in the question of, who am I? And you ask yourself that question as much as possible throughout each month. I would say maybe you could do it at least once a week if you want, maybe more. It'll really help. But you basically want to get to the point where you really know yourself. Because this is another interesting thing. And another interesting question, can we ever truly know ourselves? Who knows? We might just be in the same boat as other people where it's truly difficult to fully get to know yourself as well. But asking this question will help. And I used to do this practice all the time, and it's got me to where I am today. So what you want to do is just ask yourself that question, who am I? And list all of your character traits, all of the qualities that make you who you are. So you can ask yourself, who am I? And then answer it with, I am honest, I am loyal, I am authentic, and so on and so forth. You basically just want to get to a point where you have a rock solid idea of who you are. And once you get to that point, you'll find that other people's opinions of you won't matter as much, because now you know yourself so well that if other people misjudge you, you're not going to care, because you're going to know that they're wrong. And I've experienced this in my own life, where after doing this practice for years, I've got to a point where if somebody says I'm something that I know I'm not, I don't care, because I know they're wrong. And I've even gotten to the point where I don't even care to correct them, because it's just, that goes into whether or not it's a waste of energy and time to try and change their opinion of you. But then, do you even really want to? If they're going to think that you're a certain way that you aren't, I mean, maybe they're not entirely somebody you want to keep around you, because People who are open-minded make better friends. But anyway, that's the whole point of this practice of asking yourself, who am I? It makes it so that other people's opinions of you simply don't have as much sway over your emotional state, because you're just not going to care when people are wrong about you. And that's where you want to be. That's the place where you're pretty much free from other people's opinions, because then when they misjudge you, it's not going to affect you, and it's not going to ruin your day, and you're not going to defend yourself either, which is an incredibly important thing as well. It'll make people respect you more, because it pretty much shows that you know yourself so well that they can't phase you. They can't get you to go back on your heels and get into defensive mode and try to prove them wrong. And that's a great place to be. So anyway, I hope this video helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci!